I've taken out the scooter, but I haven't left the house, and I'm back. One more time. It's hard to leave when you got the information. I don't want to write it down. I'm tired of writing. My hands are tired. I'm going to let somebody else do the work, because this is all free for everybody. If somebody wants to write a story with it or anything they want, it's okay. I'm tired of writing. I've been writing for 6 years. 6 years is long enough. I worked long enough. I'm ready for my break too on the 7th, in the 7th year, and that's coming up real close. I also need a break. 6 years at the end, when May comes, the May of flowers, when I gain bipolar, that'll be my 6th full year of me living this kind of life, of this kind of transmission. You see, I read somewhere on the internet that there's an AT transmission. And to me, AT would mean ATM, which means Angel Transmission Man, okay, which means towards the man, or ATV, which is Angel Transmission for Life. ATV. Okay, so anyways, V is for life. Okay, ATM, SUV, V is for life. AT is the transmission of the angel, regardless how it comes and what the uses of the letters are. The TA and the AT for on earth is at your house, at AT. But when you're coming from the universe, it's TA, because it's coming from the angel down here, so thus it is a transmission. Because to make the proper connection, so the car goes rolling forward, we need the transmission, so that would be the AT, angel transmission. And thus what it goes to reach for would probably be the M, which would be the man, or the V, which would be the life. The letter V, in French it's life, right? So now we got all those connections, we can go for a ride. On a magic carpet ride. How come they don't put that on the radio? What's the next song? Whatever song comes up, I'll write about. Every song they sing, I can write about. Because I can sing the songs, because I sang all these songs. I don't want to tell you that I wrote these songs with a lot of your friends from where I come from. That's why when I hear these songs, they make me smile so much, because I remember when they were wrote. I didn't write them all. No, I have a few of them. In fact, I have parts of it in the other room. I did it 30 years ago, so the paper is really old. So when you look at it, you can say, oh my God, yeah, the guy did do that. And because it's short and you don't see the whole story because your mind is closed, you don't accept it. So even if I write it and show it 20 years ago, I can't explain the whole story, even if something makes sense. I can't see anything at all, so I'm blocked. You seem to all be blocked. I got a blocked nose. My vision is impaired. Impaired. Impair. 2468. Who do you appreciate? But when it's impair in French, 13579. When you're impaired and you can't drive, thus you are out of order. Your body is out of order. You cannot operate a vehicle that is on the earth. The policeman who makes judgment upon you because of what he sees you have done is taking you away. Don't remember all the words. Is because they all tell a story, as just like the shape they come from that tells a story of the creation, the rest of the word, a part of the word, tells the story of man. And man has all the story. If he tells the truth, he will be allowed to take the story home. When the time is calling and the purification of the angels is the ending of the time of man on earth, thus after the party, we can come back again. But we have to go to accept, because you have to accept regardless, even if you have no ego. You have to accept the biggest prize, and that is the glory from God. And once you get the glory, you can come back to the second life. So there's going to be a lot more room here. We won't have to go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? And it was a reminder when it came up to be SARS, backwards. Then we don't have to run away from home and hide somewhere else if we just face the truth now. All the clues are out there. All the clues are out there. If anything I say makes sense, SARS and Mars is just like running away from home. Come on, my friend. The beauty of all is having the friend. Imagine if I can discuss with you what I read, what people tell me and teach me. If I can spread to the people and they want to talk to me. Oh my God, no one ever wants to listen to me. I talk too much. I talk too loud. My voice resonates. My voice gets across. My transmission is fantastic between the people on earth. Thus, if it's fantastic between the earth, why can't I correct it with the right expression or the right sounds to shut my mouth and open my eyes, or to close my eyes and open my ears to know all the differences so I can connect in heaven. Because without the heaven, where the story is that you place all the time you send a transmission, when life ends, there will be no story for you. So thus you would think over and over and over and over and over, and the only thing over and over and over is when you burn in hell. And you burn in hell when you burn your mind out. Because when we burn our mind out, we end up in the hospital. Le talon, le bout de le pied. Te comprends-tu comment ça fonctionne? On a le droit d'essayer notre mieux, notre mieux, notre mieux. Je suis de être. Ensemble, c'est nous. Nous, c'est oui. Nous, en anglais, c'est brand new. Everybody wants something brand new. So let's try to do it the right way. So this is the way you have to mix all these languages together in order to see the truth, because everybody sees something a little bit different because it's their perspective, and since it's their primary language, even if you see the word, it doesn't mean the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I studied it a little bit tougher, and I just wanted to know. I wanted to make sure, like if somebody else wasn't happy for a reason, you know, I want to make sure they have a good reason not to be happy, because when I'm not happy, I find a good reason. But I'm happy right now because I have a good reason. See, both ways the good reason, but when you're happy, when you're not, thus they're both the good reason, because you have the result. And sometimes it's just the result that we have, that we need to correct, to make the corrections to make things better. If we do not have these corrections, how can we make things better? We have to update. We have to advance and evolve. This is how man works. We're coming to the end of the book because the explanation is being given out. Gather it up and write it down. Throw it in. We have a national soup where all man will have the same secret. Because what I know, I'm going to tell you, and if you want to tell someone else, you know what? You go ahead and tell a friend, because that's the way it's all going to work. What took everybody else thousands of years to do, thank God for the internet, as it'll do it all for me if I speak the words of truth. And truth is the friend of everybody, and truth has a friend. Truth has a friend. Truth always has a friend. Everybody wants truth. Truth is always smiling. It doesn't matter what anybody says. The purity of the truth in my own mind feels so good, I don't care what anybody says. And usually it's not good to not care what anybody else says, because I do care. But when they brush you off and I know they didn't listen to anything, and the only thing we're looking is that somebody cared to listen, but nobody cares to listen to me. So thus, therefore, I don't care, because nobody cares about me either. But I care about all of you. I want you to watch. I want to see 1 million. I want to see 1 million hits. What's a good time? Tomorrow at... Are there any books or fairy tales out there that'll dictate that at the last hour it will come? What's going to be the last hour? It's going to be the hour of the choice of the whole world. Do you remember how in Moses, when the choice was the Pharaoh, that he said the last boy will die of the Jews, and then it was reverted to him? Well, we're going to do it the same way on the internet, okay? I'm asking you, and I want all of you, and we're going to take a big survey. But you don't have to tell anybody, because it's the check mark is done to your angel. You're going to connect to your on this answer. Everybody wants to join the easy ones, right? So this answer goes right to your angel, so it gets thrown out right away. So I want you to choose, okay? And I'm not going to put a blockage on it like they do on Family Feud, when they give you, okay, name me the 100 best choices of this. So you tell me all the best choices of everything, and we'll try and figure out whether it's worthwhile passing on this video to somebody else. It's all going to be your decision. It's your last choice. The fingertips are on your mouse. That is your eye. That is your third eye that can seek out into the matrix, which is actually the pyramid if you look up at things. Because if you look up at things, you can see everybody's eyes, but we do not look up, so therefore he just has one eye, because we need not see. We know eye is eye for an eye. Therefore, that is the reason for the one world. Because the one world is not here. Man wants to try and make it here, but it doesn't work, because it only works in perfection. And you have to follow the rules. If you break the rules, it doesn't work anymore. So you got to be tossed out. Then you smash to a rock and become a rolling stone. Fall to the dust. If the lamb is close, he turns to dark. He is the black lamb. He is the mouton noir. He is the 8 ball. And everybody takes him for a dark horse, the Trojan horse. But he is not. He's probably as good. He's as pure as the white man. The black man's as good as the white man. He's just a little bit more dirty because he fell into the dust. And now that the dust is cleared, this video is ended. This is Raphael Ben Laser Lipa. I think I've said enough by now. I think I can stop myself. I know what I had to say. And by now this is enough. After I see the million videos, I'll come back. But before that, I think I should stay silent before I get in trouble. When you talk too much talk gets you in trouble. So that's my cue to be silent. I'll be silent for now. And when the next riddle comes up and I think about it, I'll come back to you if that's what it says to do. Ciao.